my team. Join my campaign. Campaign 21 hashtag 1 million subscribers on the Pan African Daily TV YouTube. Be a volunteer. Apply now. Be the new Africa. Hello, hello, hello. Akwaba, good evening and welcome to the Pan African Daily TV. It's a pleasure to have all of you signing in to this exclusive show where we have our Royal Highness, Her Imperial Majesty, the Queen of Gabon, Queen Ngonone, the second. Ngningone.
Yeah, Ngningone.
Okay. All right. Thank you so very much, my queen. Queen
in
Ngningone.
my language is the equivalent of Ifoma.
Ifoma. Ifoma. Now I know. Right. Good. So we have Queen Ngningone II of Gabon sitting right here with us in the studio. It's a wonderful pleasure as she was born and called onto the dimension. She had the mission from the ancestor and the creator. And so growing up into this passion and this mission, she has already been put and installed into her position and given her responsibility and her works to do. We are happy because we're saying another queen has been born unto us. We know about Queen Diambi, who is the queen mother of the kingdoms of the Congo, who is also a diaspora in the Brazils and also in America. And she's been connecting the continent back on her mission as a queen. And today we have a wonderful queen from the central of Africa, which is the first time. And I think all of us are so excited to hear what is the message that the queen has for us. I mean, we have been seeing that she's been addressing message to the daughters, to the children, to the kings, to the mothers, to the fathers, and she has a whole package. She's not only bringing these messages, but she already started implementing them by creating the Nubian coins, which she already had been on mission to deliver her work. So, what the Queen is here to tell you and me today, we would have to pay close attention to because these are messages that have been given to us from our ancestors and from the Creator, from the time that we all came to the planet and this dimension. All of us were given a purpose and a mission. And today the Queen is here to tell us exactly how, the realms, the dimension, the Creator, what is it that He had as a mission for the Africans worldwide. So I want to thank you that are signing from the mainland continent, from Europe, from UK, from the diaspora, and also from the Middle East countries, all of you that are watching this exclusive show tonight. If you are here for the first time, make sure you click and subscribe because we are going to be having a follow-up conversation with the Queen's work. She is already part of this great family. And how much more can we be thankful to our ancestors for giving us royals? Already part of the royal family of the United Kingdoms of Africa, then we are already on the path to our renaissance because it's only the queens and the kings that actually would direct us, the rite of passation. What is our mission here? What is it that we should be doing to own back our motherland? That is the mission of the Queen. So it's a pleasure once more. And I thank all of you for settling down and let us introduce ourselves and let us listen to the Queen. What is the message that she has for us? Our Royal Imperial Majesty the Queen, welcome to Pan African Daily TV.
Thank you. And I'm very honored to be here with all of you. So basically, what I would like all children of Africa to know, my people, wherever they have you, first of all, I would like you to know that we are the chosen people of the Almighty God. All right. So that's why even in my messages, you will not catch me telling people to leave their churches because it's true. Our spirituality was impacted because they knew we are God's people, so we cannot live without the word of God, right? It's like a life source to our people. But however, what I'm praying for is that our clergy the members of our clergy, start teaching the words as God mandated it to our ancestors. All right? Because this is where our salvation is. We can't tell people not to look at God just because the repackaging of Him, was used as a tool to enslave us. So I want all of you to know we are God's people. We are chosen people of God. Our role on earth, God bestowed a lot on us. We are the humanity firstborn. And just like to us Africans, we protect the firstborn because spiritually, the firstborn encompasses the strength, the power of that lineage, right? So for a long time, they were running around claiming they came first until our ancestors, their skulls, popped up from the dirt to come and set the record straight. So basically, I want all of you to know that the crowns the Creator gave us is a crown of unity. All right? So what does it mean? The king represents his people, and his people constitute his crown. So the people are the body of that crown. So with that in mind, we were supposed to teach them. We were supposed to teach them to express God's royalty on earth. So he told us to teach them that in his eyes, we are one. There's no gender, there's no race, just one. So he bestowed that mission on us to teach them. So some of our ancestors started, they went throughout Europe, the Moors. They taught them everything, including how to take a bath, how to organize a group of people under a kingdom, and so on. But they had a whole different mindset because they wanted a world where they take over by force, where they force people into submission. All right? So it became very easy for them to penetrate us because our homes were divided. Our queens, instead of raising all the children under their roof as one, we started the competition. We started the division. We started the jealousy. So with the same level of resentment to our fellow wives, the children were raised in that environment. So disobedience to the mandates of God started spreading. So wife A would want her kid to be king, wife B would want the kids to be king, wife C, and so on. But when God and the ancestors choose one particular one, they disobeyed. They were like, no, my son has to be, and so on. So when they came to take over the kingdoms, they couldn't defeat military. It was easy. They just had to talk to their half brothers who delivered them on a platter. So when you read stories about such and such king, you will always see, oh, that was the brother of the whomever was king before they came, because that's how it went down. So and we still under that curse because we want what others want. When our ancestors established our families, not everybody was king. There was the king, there was the military, there was the healer, there was the priest, and so on. So each one of us have gifts, right? And we need to identify those gifts. It's only when operating under our purpose that we are really meaningful to humanity as a whole. So we, the women, started the divisions in our homes, and then the divisions spreaded to the point that currently, right now, the leaders they're allowed to remain in power are the ones who are ready to collaborate with them, ready to be a puppet. Our fathers who are standing up to them get murdered, get slaughtered. And even our fathers who want to come with clean intentions are disappointed because you're afraid. These people can get me out of here quick because if they go through my brothers, they'll find more than one that is willing to fill my chair should they remove me. or kill me.
Mm.
So you see, so the Creator wants us to go back to our essence. We are the ones, we are the only group of people in the history of humanity who had that kind of blessing from the Creator. So that's why He gave us the richest land on earth. He gave us the most beautiful women. I mean, they've been naming stars after us. He gave us the most handsome and strongest men on the planet. People who may watch and be bothered by what I'm saying know deep down, nobody on earth compared to the strength, the resilience of a Black man. So when He gave us all this, the mission He bestowed on us was also heavy, to teach all these knuckleheads that we are one. So you see, so who happens to be sitting on the world's wealth? We do. Because when they say that 90% of what the world needs to go around in natural resources come from our homeland, this is just not by mistake. It's just like in our families, we protect the firstborn because if he's weak, those after him will be weak. So the world as a whole misunderstood God's purpose of having many races, because in His eyes, we have no color, we are one, right? But the firstborn is always the strongest, and that's what the world forgot. They thought that invading us will be a good idea, stripping us of our dignity and wealth would be a good idea. But when you look closely, they're not having it good either. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because they've been ransacking our land, stripping it of everything. But and yet they've been broke, you know? Being broke led them to invade us. It didn't change anything. They're still broke until today because them too are from God's creation, and them too have to abide to His laws. But so we went under the curse. The 400 years are up. There are prophecies among the royals that our stolen ones will return. And from there, they will rule for 1,000 years.
Ashe.
All right? So our unity is crucial. God is giving us another opportunity, a kind of do-over. You see what I mean? Do-over. Wherever we fell in the past, let's bury it. Let's take our differences and use it as our strength. Africa is powerful, but there's the curse which remains on the land. If we don't, because I don't care where the African is from. If you ask the African, what is your number one wealth? The number one wealth for any African is his children, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why even our family members who are not doing too well economically, we the mothers, we still worry. We got to marry you somebody. You got to bring some children. Because this is how we stay around. We are immortals because we keep coming back. All right? So Africa can never rise until it brings its children back. For their cries, what they go through abroad, reaches God. And it's time that we stand as one on this. We have to. They took a lot from us. What happens to a village when you rip it off its young men and young women and just leave the old men? That's what is happening to Africa. You see? Because that young blood is abroad, working, sweating, and you know our abundance. God bless our kingdoms with divine abundance. Anything we touch is bound to flourish. So even us working for the people who dislike us, our people on the other side still have to bless them, because that's how our abundance work. So what we need to do is stick together as one. They brought the borders. I don't even know why we fighting about our so-called nationalities. They brought the borders. The names of our countries. They're the one who name our countries. You see what I mean?
Yes, my
So
queen.
really, we can't be tearing and killing each other because of that name they gave us. Before they came, we were a people circulating freely in the land God has blessed our ancestors with. You see? So our strength resides in our unity. And just like that prophecy came among the royals back then, because they just didn't come and invade us, you know. In my meeting with our fallen kings, they said the prophecy came that we had to unite under one mighty kingdom. But of course, our individual kings didn't want to give up their seat of king and become just a governor and stuff like that. So the kingdoms who were able to unite, and that was by force, are the two empires, Wasulu in West Africa and the Zulu kingdoms. And Emperor Shaka did it by force because he was driven by God. So if the Zulu maintained a form of sovereignty because they fought, their number were large, they couldn't overpower them. So we getting the do-over this time again. We are called to unite again. We are called to stand as one behind our to bring our children home.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much, my queen. It's just the message that I'm looking at and thinking. It is the first time that we're hearing the origins in this format, and it makes a lot of sense, because if not, what is it that would have that the creator chose to give to the others that didn't give to us? So he definitely, and the whole world and the whole systems keep saying it is the richest continent, it is the most happiest continent, it's the most young continent. No matter all the invaders and all the history, they keep growing and growing endlessly. And the riches, every day, diamond, gold, whatever is discovered. But the problem is, why is the leadership bad? Why is there unemployment? Why are there these diseases? Why is it this separation? Why is it the breakup, the hate? And you are telling us it's because we went away from our mission from the
Yes,
creator. That is the fact. My
yes.
queen, would you just tell us, you describe yourself as a Pan-African, a Nubian queen, a mother, and a CEO. Can you tell us about your kingdom and how you became a queen? Just something that we know about you first.
So basically, my people are known as the Ekong. So we are in the area of Central Africa. So the Ekong kingdom fell under Portuguese. And then when they scattered Africa and chopped it off like a piece of cake in their Berlin conference in 1884 to 1885, so our tribe found itself in five different countries now. So you found the Ekong people of Fang, you found them in Gabon, you found them in Cameroon, you found them in Equatorial Guinea, you found them in the Congo, you found them in Republic of Sao Tome,
Mm.
right? So basically, the crown, like I told my people in one of the videos, our parents didn't tell us that we were royals, because they wouldn't tell you certain things unless you're a person of interest, because children, could reveal it, could say that to somebody, and it would attract the kind of attention they were traumatized about. Because after they killed our king, they took a lot of our people into slavery. They came back for us. So they came back for the royals. They were hunting us down. When they set their governorships, you had to capture a royal and murder him by cutting off his head and take it to their governor. So in exchange, their governor will give you a bigger portion of our land. So the more royal head you brought, a bigger portion of our land was given to you. So, and my taking in that is, these dirty Europeans had no means of identifying who are royals of this family or not. You understand? So who helped them? Our own people, because of our divisions. Right? So it was kept secret from me. And my dad was an ambassador. We traveled. So his area of focus was Latino America. So he served in Venezuela, Argentina, Uruguay, Brazil. And I didn't return home. I went to France and then I moved here. But when my mom passed away, right, I just given birth to a set of twins. They were babies. And back then I was married, and my then husband told me he's going to be working through the day. So if I'm going home, we're going to have to find arrangement for somebody to watch the twins during the day. So the lady who offered to watch them, told me, yes, I'll watch them until he gets home and so on. So we kind of planned to organize. And while I was preparing for the trip, one twin got sick. Twin A got sick. I'm like, okay, the dad is here, the lady will help and so on. When I got my papers together, ready to go, the second twin got sick too. So the lady said, listen, it's high risk. I can't watch two sick babies. I'm like, leave it alone. I'm African. This here means something. Maybe mom doesn't want me home, right? So I'm on my mom in my home, and my sisters were sending me videos and stuff like that. So shortly after my mom passing, she appears to me, and hand me over our serpent. She's like, take. I'm like, Mom, what is this? You rose the head and bow, and I'm like, Mom, no, he won't bite you. Call home. Call Uncle so and so. He will explain everything to you. So here I am. I pick up the phone. I call home. Uncle. Yes, my daughter, how are you? I'm like, Uncle, please tell me something. Tell me about the serpent. He's like, my daughter, what do you know about the serpent? I'm like, my mom showed up in my dream and handed me over a serpent and told me to call you to give me the details. My uncle screamed. He started jumping left and right. God of our ancestors, thank you. Listen, my daughter, do you have a second? I'm like, yes, uncle. Sit down. So I got my crash course. And then he told me, we were worried because your mom died of a heart attack after your father died, but she hadn't showed us which one of her 9 kids is her heir apparent. We are royal, and there's a prophecy that one of us will help restore our children. We just had to lay low. The Lord had promised to our ancestors that that which was stolen will be returned. That which is destroyed will be rebuilt. And our stolen children will come home. And that one of us will initiate that process. So you are that one. So I was like, okay. So I needed to go home, right? So I had to go home and do the whole thing. It's like every step has a mission. And when you go through the whole process, they'll give you your mission. So when I got out of the process, my mission is to bring our children back, to help heal our children. to tell them, to give them the root cause. Because my question to them was like, what have you guys done? Why are we where we are? What happened? And they gave me the 411. So this is where we fell. We had, kingdoms who were rivals. Why? Because we were divided. You see? So at the end of the day, and the division came from home, us, the mothers, because we had to obey the law of unity, especially in a polygamous home. So our kings, when they came into power, instead of respecting the law on polygamy, that you give the first one that respect, right? To choose the other women she knows she can live at peace with. She knows she be comfortable around. But when our fathers became king, they didn't care. They will just bring anybody. So war started. And our queens, they forgot about their position. When you're royal wife, you're no longer just another regular woman in the kingdom, because the future of that kingdom is right there in your home. And our mothers forgot about it.
I am, I don't know.
God love us. What I wonder why. That's why I'm so fueled. That's why when I made that video, dear God, dear white people, I told them, I'm like, we are the realest things you would ever come close to. We, God knows us. And he gave us crowns unlike other. He loves us. So we're getting another call. Let's do it again. So I want all of you to know that the curse being lifted, it's our opportunity for us to reclaim our crowns, and not by force. Royals don't fight on the streets. Our weapon is our unity, because united, the blessings come. All the natural resources haven't even woken in our ground. When we unite, we be so powerful. So I want all of you to know the things we used to do when we were still under the curse, just to go by, just to survive. We have to let it go. We have to take our crowns where we dropped it and wear it, because it's now or never. We're getting a do-over again. And if you see our abundance, our influence, our people in America have created a whole culture as a form of resistance, right, to white supremacy. They created their whole culture that is influencing millions and millions of people around the world. So I tell to our children, what we used to do just to survive, let it go. Now claim your crown. Because if we can have them sing our song in their showers, we can have them act like human beings by just watching us, right? So we are the key, and unity is our strength in this. We have to unite. All our fathers, if you're watching us, you're on the continent, know that the time our God promised our ancestors that his covering will return on us has come. We have entered that era in 2020. So unite as one. Claim your children. Africans love their children. I was raised by an African father. Papa, rest in peace. And I wouldn't want any other. So I created Nubia so that the stick they broke, because when they conquer a king, they used to break his staff. So one piece left, one piece right. That piece, we're mending it again. One piece left in Africa, another piece is in the diaspora. So Africa won't stand as one. So bring your pieces back, and that rulership God gave us will come to pass. Just unite. If you want to do something great for your children, all the money you have hidden abroad, I know they accuse you of being thieves, but to me, they're the biggest thief, because when they welcome that money in their bank, make interest from it and work from it, knowing that that money is not legit, to me, they're the biggest thief. But we are your children. We forgive you. We are one in this. Bring the money home. Send ships to get your people. Build housing. Build housing for your children. The God of our ancestors will bless you. We will name children after you, like we are still naming children after Thomas Sankara. To our mothers, remember what we did in the past. Our jealousy against each other. We initiated our children into that jealousy for their brothers and sisters. Look at what our jealousy has done to our people. So it's time you rise and wear your crown. What is yours is yours. What is your sister is your sister. All of us, our destiny are predetermined by the Almighty. And it's our job to teach that to our kids. From little, if you see one of us started looking at what the sister said, no. What your sister has is her sister is your sister, and you have your own. God didn't forget any of you. This is the peace we need to bring among our children. We need to raise our firstborn, no matter their shortcomings. I know we all can be sharp. I know we all can be intelligent in finding ways to bring money. If your firstborn is what we call at home useless, no. But that one is in him. God put the strength of the family. So strengthen him. Don't let the youngers disrespect him just because he doesn't have the kind of money they have. When you allow our firstborn to take their places in their homes, the world will have no choice but let us take our place. It's all spiritual, and we started it. So as we started it, we have to undo, and it starts from our home. If you have a husband who's extremely ambitious, plotting to talk to the wrong people, to destroy his friend, to destroy his boss, tell him, no, my dear, I want good life, but not at this cost. We are the one who welcomes stolen money. We are the one complaining so much in their ears that some of our men are sitting in jail today because of our complaining. We are the ones who hold the keys. Okay? So he starts with us. Those of you, I always tell my people, we are still mourning Thomas Sankara, who was sold out by his friend, brother. They were sharing the same bed. So when the news of Thomas Sankara being killed came, what first went to my mind was, what was his wife doing next to him to Compaoré when he was planning such evil against his brother? Mm-hmm. You see? And when you hear the background story, that even the wife of that one, Compaoré, Sankara introduced him the woman, for she was a friend of his wife. So this is what happens when we don't stand on our powers. We are royals. We have the crown of unity, which means you are your king and your king is you. What your king has, you have. That's how we all get to be royal. The fact that we have a king or a queen, we all royal. So if the women had more sense, when your husband want to commit this big evil against his brother, against his friend, against his neighbor, caution them. Caution them. Say, no, I may not like her, but I wouldn't want to shed blood in her house. Our elders teach us that leadership is something, it's a God-given power. Not everybody could say something and touch people's heart. So those of us God has blessed with leadership, their strength is their people. Their shield is their people. If the enemy approach one of them, it should be like, no, what do you want from my brother? You who have enslaved us, you come and tell me he's my enemy. How dare you? That's the attitude we need to have. And it starts from us. I say us because our elders teach us that the woman is the throne. We represent the throne. We are the ones sitting at the feet of the Lord. That's why men need to listen to what they say. And they do listen to what we say. Anytime a marriage is broken, another woman is behind it. If he's not a lover, if he's not the mom, if he's not the sister, even the co-worker mingling in people's marriages, gotta be a woman because they need us. They need our female energy around them. So if the world is in chaos, the root cause is due to our jealousy. But we are queens. We make mistakes. We can fix it. So starting today, I want every woman watching give sound advice to our sons, to our fathers, to our brothers. Stop comparing the children. Oh, my neighbor's child got this. When are you? No. You're going to force your kid out of the love because we manipulate them with our emotion, with the love they have for us. This is where we get them. So love, it's a powerful tool that should be used wisely. You see? So we hold the key. So I'm inviting all our African queens to stand together as one for the survival and the growth of our people. We the one who bring them around. We the one who choose who lives and who dies. Right, my ladies? Who else got that power? Nobody. So we need to take our responsibilities. And a lady whom I love very much, she's my personal astrologer, an old white lady who gave me that, she broke it down. She's like, I don't know what I can tell you, but you're born for this. Get out there and rescue your people. She told me, take your responsibility. Maxime Taylor, he said, let me break it down to you, my queen. It means respond to your abilities. And I was like, wow. And here I am, because I'm responding to my abilities to inform you, to let you know the messages from the other side. I'm responding to my ability to heal my people. So we all have the ability to love one another. We have the ability to protect one another. We have the ability to see another woman's child as our own.
Ashe. We had been waiting for the queen. We had been searching. Yes, we had been searching. And I know upon the so many guests that we've hosted here, even in my team, I think Nasha is watching us right now. She would confirm that we had said the one thing that is missing is a queen that will lead the queens. And we keep looking and we just pray and meditate that God is going to give us that queen. And I just don't want to think that is a coincidence. And we thought that queen is really going to come from the central, not from the south or from the north, right? And for whatever reason, because of the kingdom that you're talking about, these people that you actually talk about, even the ones in Sao Tome, you can see them, they're really royals in everything that they do. Anything they touch, it works. And so we knew that a queen actually would come, not from the north, not from the east, not even from the south, should be in the center. We talked to some royals. Um, it was not really clear. And they're like, let's just pray, let's just meditate. But when the queen would come, we would know. And I think you're right here. So we welcome you. We welcome you so, so much, our pretty king, queen. It's not just a kind of a queen, but a queen that you feel it, that speaks truth to power about our own mistakes. And that is what we were looking for. What is the mistakes? We know the kings sold us. We know they did this business. And even we had Queen Mata Namujemo, who is in Namibia, always said, it is the same thing. What are the wives of the African leaders saying in this kind of leadership? What are the women? The question has always been, what are their women saying when they lay to bed with them? And they
Thank
see
you.
all these reforms. What are their
Thank
daughters
you.
doing when
Thank
they give
you.
their hand into marriage? And
Thank
so we
you.
feel that the queens have a role to play. The mothers have a role to play. The daughters
Yes.
have a role to play. The
Yes.
wives, particularly, have a role to play. And we are calling. And now I'm just happy that you're here. Queen, what is the Nubian queen? How are you going to mobilize us? How can we? Do you have a platform for us? What is it? I just want to know. We just want to get engaged. I mean,
So
I'm tired of these
basically,
silly hits. I'm
so,
hot. You can hear from my voice, but now I'm hot.
so basically, yes. I mean, so after my preparation, when they gave me the mission, they told me the path home. The path home. I set up this non-profit organization, and
Mhm.
the name of it is Nubia, the Path to Return.
Nubia.
Yes, and the website is nubiareturn.com, right? So I'm mobilizing all the women on the continent. All right. Claim your children. What I think about restoring our people, we just can't bring them as expatriate. If we're going to do it, we have to do it right. We can't sit and wait on those who enslaved us, those who broke us into two pieces to do anything, because it was a strategy to separate us in the first place. What we need to do, we need a different ministry of family and family protection on the continent to mobilize and announce that we're bringing our people back. Families that are able, register at Nubia that you want to adopt a family in the diaspora. Okay?
Yes.
Register. Come and claim your doctor. Come and claim your engineer. Come and
Mm.
claim your whatever, even your thug. Come and claim your children.
Mm.
All right? So when they get home, they have a family. You find a papa or a mama who left, you give them a legacy. Name them. Give them our names. Do the reconnection to the land ceremony. Have
Yes.
the people on the other side come and claim them and
Oh,
ground
yes.
them.
Ashe. Oh, this is just too good. This is just too good. This is just too good. This is exactly what we've been saying. Adopt, adopt one. So we don't need any issues like
We
Lagos
don't need, exactly.
citizenship.
We
Wow.
don't need. Adopt and let our differences be our strength. I work in language services. We have many countries that are bilingual or whatever. What makes their strength? Because our brains are here. All right? Even when they spy on us, they recruit us to translate what our people are saying. Can you imagine?
My queen. I can't even imagine. But I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy because exactly you are the one that we were waiting for. I want to know that platform again. You said Nubia, the path to return.
Yes, Nubia the Path to Return. You can find us. Now I'm uploading more on YouTube. They have a slight better stomach to handle my content. The Facebook is forget it. Instagram I do load up some short ones, but you can find us on YouTube where we upload daily, and the website is Nubia Return, right? Nubia Return, the website, and
Nubia
also
return.
I need volunteers, my queens on the continent. Come and help me with this process.
We are going to
Anybody,
do it.
huh?
We are going to do it. We're going to give you everything that you need for the mobility. We just want you to know that we are ready. The queens on the continent are ready. The girls, your daughters, everybody. We are ready
All
in the
right.
process. The
So,
diaspora, we are ready.
so register. Help me claim our children. All right. Register. Talk to the different Ministry of Family Protection and stuff like that. Also on the continent, if you want to open a branch of Nubia, be Nubia Lagos, be Nubia Accra, be Nubia whatever. Let's open satellite where we will facilitate. You know, I found a family for so and so. I found a family for so and so in major cities, wherever our children decide to return, you
Ashe.
know, welcome them. There's no love like the African love. I tell that to our children who are skeptical. I'm like, have you ever had an African mama give you a hug? We give the best hugs.
I'm waiting. I can't wait for us to meet face to face because now I just feel like hugging you. I don't know.
I share. So basically, we are one. We are one. And speaking of my crowning, when I went home, did what finalize everything. Do you know that during the crowning, two deities of Nigeria showed up? I mean, they literally crashed my crowning. They said they're here. Shango and Oya showed up. So my priest was like, I don't know my queen, but somebody comes from Nigeria. And my and my sister said, yes, we know, because from Papa's side, we can't go back, we can't go after great grandfather. So we ask our father, where is everybody else? From Mama, we have the whole list. Where everybody? But my father didn't know because his father was a landowner. And when they came for us, his father married into our tribe for sure, because we are the only family with that last name. So we were asking Papa, where's everybody else? Papa said, I don't know. Our father was murdered. I was 5 and my older brother was 5 because of his land. They took over his land, and us, they hand us over to the missionaries. So my father was orphaned at a very young age. So my sister, who's very much in Nigerian movies, She sent me she sent a movie of one of the actresses. Her name is Chacha Eke. She told me, "Are you sure we don't have anybody in Nigeria?" I'm like, "Why?" She said, "Look at that movie I just sent you. She looks like her. She has our signature nose and blah blah blah." So so after the crowning, I called her. I'm like, "I think I found out where everybody else is. They're in Nigeria because their deity showed up and wanted to stand by me." So here you have it.
Ashe, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Your audience is responding very, very positive. We can see Ayedela said, "I have said it. The Black woman is going to take up the battle. That's the fact. And we're having it today." The gods of Egypt is saying, "Cool. The channel of Queen Gonene is Nubia path to return." Someone just also reiterated that in the comment box, and we say she is so beautiful. I mean, I have to put these comments up for you yourself to see, and for the whole
Thank
audience to see
you.
the comments, the feedback and the reaction of everybody. Born great, queens and kings, all the best. They're wishing us all the best. And so this is the reaction of the community, of the family that you're calling upon and asking them, to do it. Musa Al Hadi is saying, go ahead, queen. This is the moment. This is the time we've been waiting. We've been waiting from a queen to actually, bring us home, claim the African child before they go to France, to the conference. We had been asking this question: what is difference? A Chinese on the continent own land, get access to, even to royalties, and they crown them. And our children out here left, no
I
land,
know.
no property,
I
and we are
know.
asking them to buy land. We ask them to bring passport. How insane, my queen.
So basically, what is happening, a lot of us, what we need to understand is that the God of the universe doesn't like void. When there's a void, something else will come and plug that void. So their plan was to separate us from our strength. Our strength was our children. Our children were brought here to build their stupid new world that they're complaining about now. All
Mhm.
right. So what happened? A lot of people who stayed, when they see these Chinese go, how do they get crowned? Because they go around, play nice, they may build a little school, a four-wall school, and what does the chief of the village does? Honor them with an honorary royal title. That's what is happening over there, right? So it's even more so crucial that our people go home. All right. So all of you in the diaspora, when you will go home, you will discover us. You will see how generous we are. That's why I caution our kids. I'm like, each time when my father went to a new country to serve, Papa used to take us to the backyard, to the front yard where we had the flag. He will tell us, "What flag is this?" We be like, "Gabon." He say, "Okay. So what does it mean you're in Gabon territory?" So the savagery you see outside, don't bring it here. And he would tell us, learn their good and leave their bad. So that's why I'm inviting our children. The arrogance, the this, the that, leave it. Give it back to its rightful owner. We are royals. Matters of royalties are a matter of God, purity. When I say let's remain pure, it means, let's remove malice from our heart, have pure intention in everything, and then we be more powerful than ever. So that's the thing. Universe doesn't like void. So as long as we remain away, what do the invaders do? The invaders are just getting new colors. Recently, President Biden, I have a message for him, by the way, we just finished recording it. He's forcing the leaders in Africa to welcome Afghan refugees, to welcome Pakistanis, refugees. But what I tell these leaders, just know that you people welcoming these people is matter of time. They will arm them. Uganda, give up that idea. We are one. We are one. You can't tell your brothers to be a slave to an enslaver. Our crown kings died fighting. Once they killed the crown kings, they put the puppet kings. And that's what we have now. When they kill a leader, a father that wants to protect and defend us, they put a puppet because there's always candidates. And we need to stop that. And the message from the Creator is, when he destroys the Babylon, he will destroy anything that goes with it. So even those of us serving them will fall alongside with their masters. The time they had to commit evil is over. That's why they're getting embarrassed. Everywhere they go, they get embarrassed. In Afghanistan, they left there like thieves running. They get embarrassed in Central Africa. Now they're calling NATO. France is calling NATO to get involved again. What does it mean? They will come and drop bombs. And before they do that, they will go through the African Union. You guys have done one by giving them Gaddafi. Don't do it ever again. We have entered the age of Aquarius. 10 years, they need to lay low with their evil. All we need from you is stand as one. You have a whole nation of people behind you. That's all I'm asking them. It's coming. France is calling NATO to get involved. You stand as one. No bomb shall be dropped on our land. Those who will sell their brothers and sisters out this time around, you will die in the hands of your so-called friends. That's what God is telling us. No more evil. Repent. Make peace with your people. Show that you care and we'll back you.
Wow. Ashe, my queen. Thank you so much. I don't know how to bless you, but you're on your mission, and we can only accompany you through that mission. That's why we say anything that you ask, we are here to do it. Anyone that comes
so much.
in love and in unity for the people of Africa, anything you ask, we'll give to you. If you need workers, we have the workers. You need the women, we have. You need the children, we have. Anything that you have, anything that you want is just a command, and we are serving you, my queen.
I'm honored, my people. You are our crowns, right? So even when they say that our king sold them, no, correct them. Because through my initiation, I knew it's impossible. When you are the rightful custodian of that crown, you can never sell your people, all right? Because your people are your crown. In order for them to do what they did, they had to murder the crown kings and put their puppets.
Oh.
Okay?
Today we are seeing our children being, just thrown out or stopped into entering America. You see the Haitians, thousands of them drowning, and someone is taking some refugees somewhere. How can we even understand that, my queen?
You know, it's that division we started, it's crazy. And that's the danger, because when you have puppets in office, they don't have the divine authority from God to lead the people. So when the people mourn, they don't care, they don't feel it. They're in there for them. These children risking it all just to cross should let them know that they're failing. But the problem is we can't just tackle it like that. Us, the women, must clean house.
Yes.
We need to give them sound advice, because all they want to do is abuse their people and retire to go and be a slave somewhere with their money. And some of them don't even care to have a grave on the land of their ancestors. But we, the women, need to talk to them. We, the women, our men, our sons, they are our shield. We've been so unprotected since they brought them down. You see what I mean?
Ashe, I hear.
We've been so unprotected, so exposed since they brought them down. So we need to raise our shields. We need to shine them. And how do we do it? By giving them sound advice. Take at least 30 minutes every night. Talk to God. You're the one sitting at his feet. How can I illuminate my husband? Our job was to keep them on the path of righteousness. So when we started putting jealousy in their head because we want the same house as our friend, we tell them to go and betray their friend, to take their place and so on. Us, our men, they steal. If they steal, it's because of us. If they rob people, if they scam people, if they make it their money honestly, outright, whatever they do is for us to impress us. Who else? So we have that power and we need to use it wisely going forward. Sound advice. Tell the man, if you betray your friend, I leave you. If you have your brother killed, I leave you. And we will see difference. We will see a big difference. But the problem among us is what is not okay to one is okay to another woman.
Yes. Mm. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you on the behalf of the Pan-African Daily TV. Thank you so, so much.
I'm honored.
We are most humble. We are most humble because this is the point. I'm going to connect with you after the conversation. I'm not feeling so well, you see. I'm just blocked. But yes, your healing. Like I said, I have to sit here. Professor James Moore gave me the order. You must sit here. Even whether you are sick, even your nose is running, you have to sit here because it's very crucial. And I didn't even know that a queen was coming. That was the reason why he was asking me to sit here. I want to give a shout out to Brother William Bioyd. Brother William was the one that texted me and said, Queen, you need to bring this Queen Mother on the show. And then we reached out. And you did not even think twice. You just said, I'll be here. So it's an honor for us. It's a wonderful honor for us. And so, like I said, after that, I'm going to connect you to Dr. Mata and other queens around. We have a lot of queen mothers that we're just waiting for you to tell them what to do.
Okay, awesome.
These are high-end queens on the continent that have the control of the leadership of this continent. And we are going to put you in touch with them. You just need to tell them what you want them to do.
Okay.
What we should be doing. And for the Nubian platform, we are going to promote it. We're going to brand it. We're going to take it into the Africa We Want project, where all the embassies across would be and engage it on it and call it. That's going to be something that we've been waiting and just waiting for. The men are already organized. The kings are organized. Yeah. They already are. It is us, the last people. It was the mothers that could stand behind a queen, and you're right here. So we're so thankful.
Yeah. So nubiareturn.com is the website. So you can go there. I have like a project, which is the app. We need to raise money to have our own Nubia app where we be able to communicate with our children around the world as if they're standing in our kitchen or in our living room. Okay? So you can send your donation over there. I have the PayPal link already set up. So we got to get this going. The mamas on the continent, we can do this. We can do this. Our children have suffered enough. We can do this, and we will do this.
We will do it. My queen, I have a proposal. I see Nesha is texting me and asking something very important. Should we plan the official launching of the Nubian Queen, NubianReturn.com? So when we're going to promote it, brand it, call upon everyone for the launching. And so we can get volunteers that will say we will develop the app, and we can also do a fundraising on that. What about that?
Awesome. Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
Noted. Good. So Nesha will get in contact with us, and we would organize that, and we'll get back to you. Is there any other message that you want to throw out to us here? What is it that we should be doing?
To our youth on the continent, if you're watching, please, our prince and princesses, I know it's hard, okay? All you see on TV is what they want to show you on TV. But life in a foreign land is rough, is tough. We go through a lot. There's a lot of slaps on our faces we can't dare cry about. Some of us have to live a life without dignity. There's nothing for you to risk your life to come over here. Take heart. We're mobilizing. We're coming home. We're coming home. Good or bad. In riches, we'll be together, whether we eat or we don't eat, but we will be there.
Ashe.
Okay? Take heart. We're mobilizing all your mothers. We promise you, we will make sure what happened doesn't happen again, because you are precious. Our elders tell us that without you, none of us will be here. We reincarnate through you, and we can't sacrifice you anymore. It's over. We're coming home. Okay?
To our daughters.
To our daughters. If they never told you, there's one thing I want to tell to our fathers. The ones on the West Coast, Nigeria, Ghana. My fathers, I see how you put our sister on their knees when a man come and marry them. Our elders have told me that we are the throne upon which a king must sit to be crowned. Give us our rightful place around you. Acknowledge us for who we are. Our mess led to the fall of our people. That shows you how powerful we are. Get our daughters off the ground. Let them take their rightful place next to you. Get our mothers off the ground. When she advised, listen, because the voice in her comes from the Creator. To our daughters, take pride in who you are. There's no more beautiful girl walking around more beautiful than you. You hold a torch of beauty. Our beauty comes from God. That's why nobody can mimic, even when they try to look like you. Look at the boys, right, as your brother. Forget that Western thing. A lot of our daughters have become conniving. like the white woman. Let your yes be yes and your nay be nay. Think with your heart, for the mind is controlled by the devil. The Creator, when he talks to us, is through our hearts. Reclaim your crown. You're a princess. You're not a prostitute. You're not a this, you're not a that. Many of our daughters think like marrying a white man this day is the passport to heaven. Lies. How can you be romancing them while they have your brothers under their knee? And when you leave us, you go. Many of you never look back. It's against our ways. When you take the abundance God has given us, we, the African women and girls, you take that abundance into the white man and make him richer so he can dominate all your brothers and fathers. We need to be conscientious. We are not against mixed marriages, but we need to stop marrying them as long as they're killing our fathers, as long as they're killing our brothers, as long as they're killing our sons. Let's have more dignity. I know you complain about our men, but the root cause is us. We mess them up. So none of us should jump off ship. If the ship gonna sink with all of us, and if you have jumped ship, please look back. Start making noise. Those of our daughters with their white husband or any other people of influence, start making noise in that house. Tell your brothers to get their knees off our brother's neck. What respect will they give you? They make you believe you're the exception. They're going to grant you this benefit. You are queen.
Thank you. Thank you. I just don't know. I'm asking the community, do we take some calls? Do you have some questions to ask the Queen? Do you just have some proposals? Do you listen? You feel the same heat I feel here. And you might have some questions. And we're opening up the lines. If you have a question, I know a brother in the Caribbean already asked my Queen, when are you touring? When are you going to go on tour? When is Nubian on tour? When are they receiving you in the Caribbean and all that? I don't know if you already planned something like that.
I haven't planned anything. It's basically a mom. By the way, I'm happily divorced because once they crown you, and that's a video I posted the other day, right? When you connect to the source, anybody who doesn't belong in your life will be thrown away. All right? So I'm currently married to my mission because those who own me want me to do this. So I'm happily divorced. I don't have a manager. So if somebody out there want to manage and schedule and organize, I need a team to do that. I love all of our children. I want to see them with my eyes. So even growing up, my parents were preparing me without even me knowing. Because in the middle of everything, my dad was Minister of Economy and then Minister of Education and everything. One morning, my mom just got up and said, asked to meet the president we're leaving, asked to go to diplomacy. It was like that. Overnight, we had to pack and leave. And the places they chose for mission were in Latino America, where they had mostly our people. So my dad would, after the introduction of his letter of mission, he will contact the Minister of Interior and ask them, where do you have our people on this side of the world? Where are they mostly located? So we will go and see them. And one thing I walk away with is we are marginalized everywhere.
Yes.
Right? And my parents will always, since I was the one to pick up the language quick and speak, they will always say, Ngningone, go and talk to our people. What are they saying? And I would interpret. So I want to see them. If we have someone who would like to be a coordinator of that, I'm available. My people are my crown. They want to see me, I'll show up. All right? So
yes, my queen.
there won't be no permission having to be obtained for me to come and see any of you. Your queen is married to you. To my people.
Oh my God. What? We capturing this, and this is actually the moment. And yes, there's some people that must work for the nation, and these people, when the creator choose you, no distraction around them. And our queen is, and it means now we have the queen for ourselves, jealously for our.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're rising up, and Africa is rising up. Single, not single, married, not married, whatever. We are one family, one people.
We
We
are
share,
one.
yes, we share our
Anybody
resources.
bringing division among us is at war against us. Remember, division led to our fall.
Yes, 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 my queen. Yes, again and again. I hope the kings are listening to this message. And yeah, you have a queen to protect. You have a queen to love. You have a queen to work for. You have a queen to make it right. You're all listening to this message. It is a great opportunity on the Pan African Daily TV today. And of course, these values, we're going to keep them jealously. We're going to protect and love our queen like never before. So
Thank
thank you so
you.
much. Thank you. Thank you so much. We're going to, like I said, oh my God. Yeah, he is. Digitaria is saying the same thing. I just put up that message that my queen, you're not the first person saying this. Professor James Small is saying all the time, I am married to my people. When you're called to serve, this kind of marriage is a kind of a different one. I know. It's not a partner, it's not a one on one partner. The kind of love that you have for your people is just not enough for one person to share or what. It's a divine universe. And it's the same thing Professor James Moss keeps saying. We are all married to each other. It's not the Western
Absolutely.
type of marriage, you know.
Well, the love the love I have for my people, the matter of the crown are matter of God. And really, it is not even something I could like take lightly. Once I accepted the mission, my whole life changed.
Yes.
So I'm a business owner. I love making my money because, my money is my independence, my security, and everything. But no, it's like what they want you to do, that's what you must do. So if it's an interest, you wake up one morning, you don't even want to open that computer. Even if an email somebody sends you from work, be like, no, because your heart and soul is now with the people. You see? So when America murdered George Floyd, right? They want to say, oh, the cop executed the system they set in place. That's how I see it. I told one person, America is the one who murdered George Floyd because they're the one who made it okay for people to kill us and walk, right? So when they murdered him that night, it was as if it was me under that knee. My lungs couldn't work well. My head, I was feeling like I'm losing it. So I called my uncle. I'm like, Uncle, I'm feeling like I'm dying. He said, these are royal pains. When they kill your people, you feel it. So this here is deep, right? And the love I have for my people is everything. I want to see us good. Some people feel that unity means that we have to sing kumbaya with each other. We have to kick it at each other's house. No. Unity is wanting the same thing, regardless or not if I get along with somebody. But if I know she's engaged into the fight of setting all of us free, that factor alone should be the unifying factor of us. It's true, we human beings. We have our likes and don't likes. We have people we click with and people we don't click with. But let it not, shadow our thinking, our love for who we are in our land. When I speak of unity, any Black person who want to see us free and thriving should be our ally.
Yes. And I think our ally is us.
That's right. Our ally is us, and our worst
Thank you so much, my queen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There's just still a lot
You're
of messages
welcome.
coming in, and I'm getting some feedback here. I'm getting some feedback here, what we should be doing, what we should be paying attention to. And I'm so grateful for that contribution. Yes. Wait a minute. Okay. All right. Everything is okay. Everything is okay. Um, Another thing about the kingdoms that you said, I think in the beginning there were some people that actually did not make it on time to be able to understand the accessibility. If you, the kingdom is called Akan kingdoms.
Akang.
Okay, Akan.
Ekang. So they
Okay.
call it Fang. Fang.
Mm. They are in Cameroon. The Fang. Yes.
Cameroon, Gabon,
Mm.
Equatorial Guinea, Sao Tome
Mm.
and Principe, the Congo. So we got scattered.
I hear. I see. I see. I see. I see. We have a mask called the Fang Betty Max, and it's actually the crown king of the Fang. I didn't know that the origins were actually from Gabon.
Yeah, actually, the Beti are the Fang of Cameroon.
Yes.
So sometimes they call them a Wondo,
Mm-hmm.
right? And sometimes depending, but it's the same people. We have the same last names and so on.
Ashe.
Yeah.
Good. We are rising. We are rising. Everyone is saying, yes, I have a Fang DNA. Someone is saying, I have a Fang DNA, Cray. How? From which, are you from Sao Tome? Where are you from? Tell us more about your Fang DNA. And I think a lot of people are getting to begin to discuss and to discover this. You said something, my queen, about the two very important kingdoms, the Ngwazulu kingdom and the Bulu kingdoms. You
Yes.
correct? Zulu.
So the Wasulu Kingdom was in the region of West Africa. It covered Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo. It was an empire under the Emperor Samurai Touré. He was a military strategist, although he didn't have firearms, but the size of his empire alone kept French invasion at bay for 15 years, right?
Mhm,
So the
mhm.
French, to get him, they infiltrated the royal families and they found more than one of his half brothers who were ready to get him out of the way, so they became kings.
Okay.
So he comes back to division.
Hmm. This is amazing. This is truly amazing because this is historic. I had another kind of thinking, but you're saying it, and I get a guest here who is saying so. The Fang are the natives of the Yaoundé. That is so amazing. Of course, we hear the Fang Betty. It's a very
Yes?
royal mask, and it's known everywhere, even worldwide. But we
Yes,
never even had to trace that name Fang, that it was coming from the Ekang.
yes. The
Beautiful.
Ekang, we call people the Ekang. The Ekang are our fellow ones that are on the other side, the immortals. And the Fang, it's a denomination to talk about those who are still on this side, the living.
Okay, I get it.
So Ekang and Fang. Ekang is we're referring to the immortals, like our crown, right? Our fallen kings. They have crossed their Ekang. And now when we want to talk about the living, we say the Fang, but it's the same thing.
Oh, all right. The fallen, the living. This is interesting. This is quite interesting. They say, know your history. That's it's going to erase the white misery. So, yes, this is honestly, it is very, very interesting. Yeah.
I mean,
So tell me,
they burn the libraries for a reason, you know. I don't want our children to walk around with their head down. I don't. Our people are amazing because regardless of what they put us through, many of our children have reason to hide places, right? It's because of who we are. We are God's people. But I just can't imagine growing up with the thought that my own people.
okay, think she's freezing. She's freezing, I think. Okay. I think she's freezing, and we'll just wait for a while. Okay. It's okay.
Can you see me now?
Yes, yes, yes. Now it's
Okay.
okay.
So what I want our children out there to know, none of your crown kings did such thing. They fought. Now, after they were murdered, a puppet in some kingdom, because when it comes to the account, we fought, we hid. But in some places where you hear they sold people, it was the puppet. Hello?
Yes, we're hearing. I'm just I'm just
Okay.
trying to get
So
some.
in the places you could hear that they sold people, it was the puppet. And why did they make that lie? That lie was brought up for many, many reasons. To number one, knock off the black man from his throne. So they were the richest man on earth, and now they're accused of selling their own kids. Number two, if they tell that to people, that these people, their own people, sold them, it's a way of inviting the whole world to join them in bringing us down. Because if you tell people that their own king sold them, it means that God's covenant is off them. You can do to them as you wish because there won't be consequences.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a very serious accusation they put against our fathers. And they were unsuccessful in taking us over because our original king's covenants were still on us. All right? Because they didn't come to leave. They came to take over. That's why they went after the royals. So anywhere they couldn't corrupt the royals, guess what? We had to be running. We had to be hiding in caves, generations after generations, because we stay uncompromising to them. The Fang people stayed uncompromising. So let me share something with you.
Okay.
Here are the list of my kings, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I can tell you, this is the original one who was crowned in the Nile Valley. So I can tell you of all these people here, We lost all these people from King 1 to King 11. We don't have a single family member from these kings except our family. You see what I mean? So we're counting 11 generations wiped out. So my argument to these people is, what kind of collaboration was that?
Okay.
How come our kings were murdered? Our children taken away, our kingdoms burned down to the ground. My father and my mom had to fight the government to recover our ancestral land. We had to buy it back from them. Now, those who want to run around with that rhetoric that we sold our own people, my question is, what kind of collaboration was that will cause us to lose everything? We lost our land, we lost our children, we lost the sovereignty we had. Even the names of our country, they name it. Whatever they call slave trade, they need to call it war on Africa, because that's what really happened. They didn't trade with any of us.
It's the same thing Professor James Mill is saying. There never was a colonization, there was war.
It was war. It was war on our people and on our land. Even the puppet they put, those who saw their kings, you know, the puppet they put, they couldn't maintain any kind of sovereignty. They lost their power. Their countries were renamed by them. What kind of collaboration is that? Are they really truly want to call our forefathers that idiot? That they entered into deal, they ended up losing everything? No. The shame is for them to bear. Our forefathers welcomed them with open arms. And they destroyed us from within. Period.
Wow. Okay. It is clear. It's clear. It's a fact, because what I'm saying is there's also this argument that we say, no, it couldn't have just been that, they just sold their children. Who would do that? And if you look at our
Thank
nature
you.
and you look at even the way we are, if we say they did, it means we can do it today. And if I have that
Thank
feeling
you.
that I protect mine, then I will not think that my father did that, intentionally. And that's what Professor James is saying. It was a war. They were at war to slaughter, to kill, to take,
Yes,
to
yes,
disobey, just like they're
yes,
doing today. It's a continuity of something that was. And if
yes.
it wasn't even, you could still see the action today. If you see the handwriting on the wall never stopped. So
Thank you.
it's
Thank
an
you.
evidence.
What they don't want to admit is they went at war with people who welcomed them. They betrayed our kings. They went at war against them. We are the one they started messing with. In our own history, when they will come and dock their ships, while the king and the people are entertaining them, well, you know our hospitality, and we need to change that mentality. We can't give love to people who are loveless. They're going to see it as weakness. You meet them up at their level. If they come from a selfish culture, keep up everything. What do you want? Why are you here? But our people, they bring gifts, they bring this, they bring that. We shouldn't make the same mistakes. You go and feed love to someone who's loveless, they're going to take you for a fool.
Wow, thank you, thank you, thank you so very much, my queen. I think, yep, we are rounding up. We need one message to take home, and we would connect with you to see the next topic that we'll really like to treat with you is our artifacts. I mean, you're coming from the Royals, our artifacts are still here in the museums, but that's a topic that we want to treat entirely on its own on another conversation with you. But the first thing that we want to do is to plan this official launching of the Nubian Return platform. and we try to put the structure there according to how you want it. If there's any last word that you want to share with us.
Absolutely. You see, my people, we went through a lot. I know a lot of you, many of you have probably been hurt in the hands of somebody you love. And you're probably determined to get revenge, to do this. But I want you all to take something away. We are all one. Our division led to our fall. Now God is giving us a do-over. So let's unite. Go to your brother. Go to your sister you have wronged. Tell him, brother, sister, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Find place in your heart to forgive me. If you're too proud to do that, send them this video. Queen Ngningone said we must unite. We must forgive one another. People who had our people hanging on street. Some of us today are warming their beds. Some of us today are having their children. What is it that you can't forgive to your brother or your sister? We need to heal. If you won't do it for yourself, do it for your children. It's the dream of every parent to welcome children in a safe world. In a world we know they're going to be safe even long after we're gone. And that world is Africa. We can't fix Africa if we don't fix the Africans. So as your queen, I'm asking you to forgive one another. Be at peace with one another. Get out of our ancestors' way. These papas have some real behind to kick because the time has come. And when we are out there killing and stabbing each other, they have to be distracted to avenge us against our own selves. So let them lead us. Let them heal us. We have our own to do, is to forgive one another. Remember, we are God's, the Most High ambassador on earth. We are to teach these savages how to act like royals. So it comes with us. Royals don't fight on the street. A white man shouldn't be certain that he's going to get whomever they want to get from us just because they know they have enough supply among us to betray our own. We need to stop the fighting, the betraying, all these things.
Rounding up.
We add value to our own lives by the value we give to one another. If we want them to respect us and value us, we have to start valuing ourselves. It's simple as that, my people. Be at peace. Know that God, the Most High, my ancestor called him Tatanzambe, he loves us. That's my message to you.
Thank you very much, my queen. I think all of us have heard, all of you have heard this message. I say, I share, and we welcome you in this place, in this dimension. It is your work. We have nothing to criticize you about. We have nothing to judge you. Your ancestors say so, and so be it. We thank you so very much. And whatever it is that you have for us, we have received it, and we'll keep in touch with you for the next episode with you live on the Pan African Daily TV. Thank you so very much for being here. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. Be blessed, my daughter.
Blessings. Blessings to you, my queen.
Ashe.
Ashe. Good. I want to thank our dear listeners and all of you who tune in a lot more. And you've heard the message from the queen. And I think we have the right queens now. It doesn't matter what our shortcomings are, we have to start from somewhere. We're not going to be the perfect ones. Every one of us is going to have his own shortcoming or whatever, but at least we have people that will lay their lives for us. We have queens, we have kings that are rising up. Let us pick this once and run with while we fashion every other thing that we need. So I want to thank all of you. Your reaction, your messages, your comment have actually showed me because I'm not working for me. I'm not working for Naisha. Naisha is not working for herself. We're working for you. And the voice and the message and the wishes of the gods is the wishes of the people. So I want to thank you so much. I think we're going to move on to the next part of the conversation, which is the dream of the Africa United platform that we have in America that is officially going to be launched tomorrow. I think the team of Afrocanza should be here with us in the studio. To me, are they ready? Uh, are they ready? All right. So if they're ready, please let's just take a break, listen to the intro, and then we take Andrea, who is here with us on the show, to tell us about what is the mission, what is the vision, what is it that they're planning out there, so that we know where our spot, our people are, and where we can meet at any point in time. After the break, it's Andrea.
You are watching the Pan African Daily TV with Dr. Susan Tata. The Africa we want: unity, consciousness, our culture, our spirituality, our history. One Africa for Africans worldwide. Motherland's calling its diaspora home. Join my voice. Join my team. Join my campaign. Campaign 21 hashtag 1 million subscribers on the Pan African Daily TV YouTube. Be a volunteer. Apply now. Be the new Africa.
So we are back in the studio. Wow, we can see the beautiful Andrea. Andrea, you're looking so sharp, but you're looking like you are on the run. Just give us a feedback. What is chasing you, Andrea? Are you so busy? Who are you? What are you doing? What is it that you want us to know? I mean, we get the vibes already. We saw the videos. The mayor is going to cut the ribbon. What is going out there, Andrea?
Well, hello, everyone. First of all,
Oh, your
honored.
volume.
I said I'm so honored to be working with Bernard and the team here at Africanza. Uh, the energy is lively around here as we prepare for grand opening tomorrow in Louisville, Kentucky. So I'm a Louisville, Kentucky native. I've worked in food and beverage management for 10 years. So I have a ton of operations experience, and I'm proud to be a Black American, learning very much about my own roots and my ancestry. Being here at Africanza is really just a dream come true. Being able to connect the diaspora to true African lineage is very important. We are in the Highlands area of Louisville, Kentucky. That's where Africanza will be located at 1578 Barchtown Road. We are in a very foodie, curious, eccentric neighborhood. You have Persian restaurants down here, Japanese restaurants, soul food, all different types of culinary up and down this street. And it's a community. It's a very diverse neighborhood. People want to have very culture forward experiences, and that's what Africanza will be bringing. Our overall mission is connecting the world to Africa through food, beverage, and social. So those are three pillars of the experience that we're trying to bring here at Africanza.
How? Wow. I mean, you make us want to fly to be there. Now, what does the program of the luncheon looks like, Andrea?
Sure. So tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the mayor of our fine city, Mayor Greg Fisher, will be here. Our owner, Bernard Babat, will be here to express some words to the community about Africanza's placement in the hospitality and social scene in our city, and how that translates into bringing the Black and the African community together. to really have this space of oasis where people can be themselves, embrace the culture, learn about the culture, have some cross cultural exchange. All of that we're going to talk about more in depthly and actually give them a taste of the experience tomorrow at the physical location.
Wow, I already hear that, that there's this popular East African artist that is flying in from Tanzania, and purposefully would also be at the inauguration, and that you're preparing some hot stuff out there. I mean, what is going to be on the menu? If I hear something like that, I already like, ooh.
Absolutely. So, our grand opening is going to extend the rest of the month. We're just doing something in person this weekend with everyone that's coming out to celebrate this amazing experience. But on October the 23rd, we will have the Diamond Platinums in the house performing live at our neighboring venue. We'll be hosting the exclusive after party here at Afrokanza. So we will be feeding Diamond Platinums the finest African culinary that he can get in the city of Louisville, prepared by our culinary team here. A little suya, a little pepper soup, some fufu, plantain, all of the good things to nourish his soul so he can perform well. We want to
Andrea,
give him
tell
good
me something. I keep losing you. I'm so sorry. Tell me something about you. You're
quality.
born Native African American, and you're so into this soul food culture thing. I mean, with your roots. Just give us a little background. How did you get into this?
Well, I actually grew up on a small farm outside of Louisville, Kentucky. I come farming, agriculture, distilling family. My grandfather used to make wine and gin and things like that in the backyard. So my whole life has been built around food and social and culture. And I got a lot of that from my grandparents, and I just stayed in the business. It allows me to connect to people, really engage with people, pour into my African brothers and sisters in this social way just reminds me that I'm essentially always connected to my roots at all times in my space of work.
Wow. I heard from the CEO. Unfortunately, he said he's busy down there, so he can talk to us now. That the actual thing, he is an African migrant, and you are an African American, and that there's been a lot of disconnect in that part. And the Africanza is going to be that connection that would bring this melting two brothers and sisters that fell apart together. Is that correct?
Yes,
Oh, she's
absolutely.
freaking
So we're
there.
starting that through the music. We know that Afrobeat music is very popular right now. So the idea would be to, at a first layer, engaging people through sound, popular music, the house DJs that we have playing Afro beats, and really getting more Black Americans in here to learn about the fundamentals of Afro beats, the different sounds from the different countries, and really doing a mashup of traditional Afro beats and popular cultural music, how those sounds fuse together. So we want to be a place where they can come in, be curious, and also learn about the culture through music. Super
Yeah.
popular artists, and we think it'll be a great way to bring out everyone.
Okay. Wow. It's heartwarming. I mean, everybody will want to get to Africanza, and we want to thank you so much. You're freezing, Andrea. I'm so sorry about that. I don't know whether it's from your side or from our side, but we could hear you. Can you hear us?
Did you all want to see the inside? Do you want to take a peek?
Oh yes, sure. I mean, we're so anxious. How does it look like?
Let me take you all inside so you can see. It's a little dark, but it's beautiful. So the section behind me is Legos.
Legos. Okay. Wow.
So there are the large screens on the wall.
Okay.
And then we have this full outdoor patio as well.
Okay. Beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I like that. I mean, I can see my sister Sinovia said, I like the music, I like the sport. We also do like it. But one very important thing that it's very, that we're thanking Afrocanza is they have also supported the Pan-African Daily TV. I mean, a couple of months ago, you know, they took over the production of our flyers and say, this is a community project that was motivated by the Pan-African Daily when people were initiating and creating and bringing connections together for the awakening. They had to come up with this idea. And so we are thanking you so much for your wonderful support and thanking you also for making us a spot out there and say, this is the Pan-African Daily TV Corner. I saw some of the posters as you were streaming them live on your audience. Thank you so much. It will be a nice time if we are out there in the States where we can stop by and, you know, make some photos and eat some food with you, Andreas. Thank you so very much. And we wish you a very good time out there with your official launching. Do let us know when is it that is time, that, you know, what are the menus like. If you want us to share some commercials about that, we will do it because you're proudly supporting the Pan-African vision of a united people and creating this kind of infrastructures, particularly in terms of social entrepreneurship and innovation. So thank you so very much. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you. Bye. Congratulations. All right. David was asking, what is her business contact information? I think I'll really have to share that out with you. We know Lowell. Lowell is well known as a racist town out there. I cannot deny you, Ryla. I myself has been there, and I was asking, why do you settle for such a thing in that location? But of course, the concept behind was like, yes, we're going to the cities. We're not afraid of any person we have to meet. We have to create these structures for ourselves. And I was like, wow, we wish them all the luck, and we're going to rally all our people in Lowell around Lexington, Kentucky, and those that are flying in. You know, you have a private and a favorite spot where is Pan-Africanism, where we share and connect and learn, get information and contacts in Lowell, Lexington, Kentucky. So thank you so very much. Yes, of course. I will also do like to visit. Normally, I was invited. We were invited on the Pan African for the ribbon cutting, but because of the COVID and the regulations, there's still not flight leaving Germany to the States. As you all know, other countries are open, but Germany and America, I think they have their beef, that they're beefing up each other. We don't know. Up to now, we don't have any access out of that. So, but yes, who knows? Maybe as time opens, when COVID is no more that. We can meet, we will start meeting on our face-to-face, and a spot like that connecting us would be the right place to be. So I want to thank all of you. Tomorrow we are having Usman Toure as our guest speaker, and he wants to we want to go back to the Pan-African dreams for the youth, innovation, engagement. he has been going around the continent. For the last time he was here, he's been giving lectures in the campus in Nigeria, connecting the continent through his exposure. And that's one of the biggest achievements that we've had in terms of our youth standing up for the Africa that we want. We know that the youths of today, particularly the African youth, would be that class that would be the westernized, because they grew up in that cliche, in that stereotyping of a Western style. You know, they dress West, they listen West, they see everything West, just like the trauma that we're going through. So, but if we have one that we're calling is our president for the youths and the ambassadors like Usman Toure, that is carrying a whole generation of young people and motivating them. Today, we have a lot of people, youths from Gambia, not only Gambia, but all over the continent, reaching us and say, yes, I do also what Usman Toure is doing. I'm also following the Pan-African dream. I'm also doing this. So we need this kind of role models that are pulling their generation forward. So be our guest tomorrow with Usman Toure. He has a lot of information to share with us, a lot of work, and a lot of also opportunities and partnerships between the diaspora and the youth of the continent. I'm so sorry. I can't sit here and be giving you this kind of crazy kind of voice. Yeah, tonight. I hope tomorrow I'm going to get much better. But I think it was a beautiful time with Queen Ngningone, and giving us this motherly love and message from a queen. I think you did appreciate it. I do. And we see us tomorrow with Usman Toure. Good night to all of you. Next time. Yeah. We okay? All right. So good night from our team again. Tumi is saying good night. Nesha is saying good night. Patrick and Iya. So we see us tomorrow, same time with Usman Toure. Bye-bye.
You are watching the Pan-African Daily TV with Dr. Susan Tata. The Africa we want. Unity, consciousness, our culture, our spirituality, our history. One Africa for Africans worldwide. Motherland's calling its diaspora home. Join my voice. Join my team. Join my campaign. Campaign 21 hashtag 1 million subscribers on the Pan-African Daily TV YouTube. Be a volunteer. Apply now. Be the new Africa.